guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to my little kitchen. Now, for the most comforting meal of your life, you've got to try this chicken pot pie recipe. It's saucy and creamy and it's packed full of chicken and vegetables, and then it's topped off with a puff pastry crust on top. Now, chicken pot pie is something that I serve up more or less every sort of like autumn, winter, because it's one of those meals that brings warmth to the soul. And here I'm going to show you how I make my chicken pot pie. So let's run through the ingredients quickly and then we'll start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need are 500 grams of chicken breast fillet, which I've had cubed into small pieces. I've got 220 grams approximately of mushrooms here, which are finely sliced. I've got one medium onion, again I've finely diced that as well, and 2 carrots which I've peeled and diced roughly. I've got 1 cup of frozen peas. I've got 500 milliliters of chicken stock cube here, and I've just made that using supermarket bought stock cubes. And I've got 1 whole sheet of ready-made puff pastry. I've got 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. This equates to approximately 85 grams. I've got half a cup of double cream here. I've got 1/3 of a cup of plain flour, and I've got 3 garlic cloves here which were fresh and I finely minced them, and I've got 1 teaspoon of the following spices. I've got salt, black pepper here, chili powder, and the same of dried mixed herbs and oregano, and I've got 1 egg. So let's start cooking. So we're going to start first of all by melting our butter in a large pot. And once the butter's melted, we're going to go straight in with our chicken. And we're going to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes before we add the rest of the ingredients in and cook it further. So my heat setting is on 8 at the minute. So once this is cooked, I'll show you how it looks. Well, partially cooked, should I say. Right, so 3 minutes later, I'm going to throw in my onion, my carrots, and my garlic. And we're going to cook this all for about 5 minutes until the carrots have softened up really nicely. So I'll see you guys back in about 5 minutes time. I'm going to pop the lid on as well and turn my heat settings down to a 5. Right, okay, so 5 minutes later and this is looking great. And I'm going to throw my mushrooms in right now. And I'm going to cook the mushrooms for a further 5 minutes so they soften up really nicely. I'm not going to put my lid on now. I'm just going to do that without the lid on. So the mushrooms are now ready. They've had 5 minutes of cooking. So now we can throw in all our spices. So straight in with the black pepper, the dried oregano and mixed herbs, the salt, and the chili powder, and just make sure that's nicely mixed in. Okay, so that's looking good. And now I'm going to add my flour straight in like that, and we're going to cook the flour for about 2 minutes. So we're constantly going to be stirring this. My heat setting is currently on a 4 at the moment, which is a low to medium heat setting. So once the flour's had time to cook, which is about 2 minutes, I'm going to go straight in with the chicken stock. And the cream. And just give that a nice mix. And that's what's going to create that really nice sort of like creamy pie texture in there. And we're going to bring this up to the boil and then bring it back down to a low heat setting and let it simmer away for about 1 to 2 minutes until it thickens up really nicely. So that's thickening up really nicely, and you want it to be sort of like gravy, sort of like consistency. Beautiful. And I'm just going to check the seasoning now to see if it's perfect, or it just needs a little bit more. Always do this because you want the seasoning to be slightly more sort of like slightly saltier, slightly peppery. It's perfect, but it just needs a little bit more. So I'm just going to add some more salt in there and just crack some more black pepper in. Perfect. Look at that. That's looking lovely. And I'm just going to throw my frozen peas in at this point. You don't need to cook these. The heat will obviously cook them through and you want them to retain that bright green colour. That is looking perfect. And all I'm going to do now, you can see how thick that sauce is, and that's how you want it. So I'm going to turn my hob off now and just leave that to one side and just let it cool down ever so slightly, and then we'll start preparing our pie. Right, okay guys, now to assemble the chicken pie, all you need is a tray of any sort that you're going to be taking straight to the dining table. I'm going to use my Pyrex tray here. Now if you don't have anything big enough, you can use 2 trays. There's no hard and fast rules. Just use whatever you've got to fit your cooked mixture in, and then obviously just top it with the ready-made puff pastry. Now I'm going to preheat my oven to 220. It's telling me on the packet instructions. So that's done, that's preheated. And I'm going to transfer all of the contents of the pie mixture that we made into the tray like this. It looks good. Oh God, look at that. The aroma is so good. Make sure I get all that in. Perfect. Oh my God, guys, I completely and utterly forgot to press the record button whilst I was placing my pastry on top. But it's not rocket science, like I mentioned. It's very easy. So puff pastry, transfer it onto your dish, and then just design it the way you want it. If you want to take the edges off, you can do. I like it like this. Do apologise, I completely forgot, but this is now ready. I've brushed it with my egg wash, which I whisked, and then just pop it straight into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes and until it's nice and golden brown in colour, and I'll show you how it looks once it's done. It's time to take the pie out the oven. So just turn the oven off. Oh my. Just look at that. Glorious, or what? Bubbling away. So you want to give this around 10 to 15 minutes of resting time before you serve it up, because if you just dig right in, you're going to burn your mouth because it's that hot. Just look at that. Look at the crust on top. Oh, it's so crispy. Guys, there you have it, my chicken pot pie recipe. I hope you enjoy this. Now I'm going to let it cool down, and then I'm going to tuck right in and tell you guys exactly how it is. Okay guys, my chicken pot pie is ready and I can just about handle this now. So I'm just going to pop it down and I'm going to tuck right in. So can you hear that? Okay, here goes. Maybe I think I should get a knife. I think that would have been a good idea. Let's just grab a knife and ooh, look at that, yummy. Let's just get this out. Oh wow, oh my God, oh yeah. Whoa, look at this. Yeah, hold on guys, I'm going to show you this now. Oh, look at that. Smells phenomenal. I'm going to just eat this as it is now because I can't wait. But the pastry, wait for it. Oh, look at that. One of the best meals, especially when the winter nights are coming and you want to just snuggle up on the sofa, turn the central heating or your fires on. Oh, here goes. That is absolutely delicious, creamy and perfect. Oh God, the spices are perfect. There's a slight hit coming through from the chili, the red chilies that we added, just to give it that desi touch. But I'm telling you, this is just gorgeous. Oh. That sauce is beautiful. Please guys, try this recipe out. You know, you can just serve it as it is, or I mean you can serve it with sort of like garlic bread and, you know, maybe mashed potatoes as well. Actually, mashed potatoes would be fantastic with this. Yeah, so there you go. There's my chicken pot pie recipe for you all with a desi twist on it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please do share it with your loved ones, make it, feed them, you know, eat yourselves and enjoy life. Let me know how you find the recipe. Leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. In the meantime, turn on your bell notifications, subscribe to the channel. Your support means everything to me, and I'll catch you next week with a new recipe. Till then, take care and happy eating.